Alright, I just got done watching the Commanders and Cardinals game, and let me just say, if you turned it off at halftime, you pretty much saw the entire game. This game was a straight belt-ass whooping. The Commanders, once again, by the way, blew out the Cardinals 42-14. This shit looked like a college game. By the way, these are real NFL players. These are NFL players, you know, the best of the best, fucking blown out 42-14. And it's not even that they're a shit team. They're an okay team. If you saw them last week, you saw where they beat the hell out the Rams, you would know the Cardinals are an okay team. They just got beat by a team who was struggling last year to even find their identity. They get a new quarterback and boom, everything is fixed. But we're not here to talk about the Commanders. Nah, I'm here to talk about solely Kyler Murray. The Cardinals' main problem is Kyler Murray. Look, I'm going to be real. You have Marvin Harrison Jr. Why does he only have 5 catches? Why does he have 5 catches for 45 yards? Why don't you just feed him? Look, I know, of course, you got to feed everyone else, but you have Marvin fucking Harrison Jr., the #1 wide receiver coming out of college. You have him. You know, you have Kyler, a guy with a rocket arm, you know, but it seems all he can fucking do is run. Watching him is a giant headache itself. One week he'll look like the greatest quarterback you've ever seen. He will show you flashes and you'll be like, damn, now that's Oklahoma Kyler. And then the next week, he'll go out there and he'll look, I don't know, like a worse version of Daniel Jones. You'll be like, what the fuck? My whole point, he makes horrible decisions. Horrible play calling. He makes horrible game time decisions. He holds the ball way too long. When he stands back in the pocket, I just don't think he's going to do the right thing. He never seems to always do the right thing. Which, Kyler Murray, I get it, you know, standing in the pocket is nice, you know, make the throw, obviously, you know, since you don't hit your receivers anyways, but why do you want to stand in the pocket for goddamn 10 years before deciding, you know what, I'm going to run the ball? That's where I'm saying the decision making is horrible. You have 30 years to stand in the damn pocket and you go, I think I'm going to run it, and then you get your ass dropped. Kyler, why? Oh, you don't believe me about the running thing. Today, he had 1 rushing attempt. You know how many yards he ran? He ran fucking 3 yards. Kyler Murray, 3 yards. Yes, I'm talking Kyler, 3 yards. You know, something the average human can get. You know when you hear those podcasts that go, do you think the average human can get more than 5 yards? Well, fuck it. Kyler Murray proved it today. You know, his sorry ass couldn't even get 3 yards. He couldn't even get 5. He got 3. When you're Kyler Murray, by the way, when I say this, he is blessed with speed. Perhaps probably one of the fastest behind Lamar I've seen. Like, if you let him run, he will gas your ass out. He will gas you out. Why does he not do that more? Why does he not do that more? I know I get on Jalen Hurts' ass for it, but at least Hurts makes the attempt. When you're that fast and the pocket is closing in on you, why don't you just run it? When it's like most quarterbacks like Josh Allen or even Mahomes were out of everyone, out of all people, you know, the least guy you expect to run, he's going to run when the pocket collapses. If you watched my tier list video, you know I put Kyler Murray in the S tier. So I'm basically looking bad here. I'm taking the L on this one. I'm not going to defend him anymore. I'm not going to no longer say Kyler Murray's S tier when he's fully healthy. Well, today he was fully healthy and he just showed me he's an absolute pile of shit. There really is no longer a period where you go, Kyler Murray still has a lot of time to do something. No, he really does not. We are in a league where if the quarterback does not show signs of eliteness or doesn't make any progress within 4 to 6 years, your ass is done and they're going to be moving on to the next big thing. And I know the defense probably sold Kyler pretty good here. The defense definitely does not help, obviously, you know, when you're letting the Commanders run 40 on your ass. But when you can't score because you can't hit your people, I think you're the problem. You know, he looked great for the last 3 weeks. You know, he almost busted the Bills' ass. He beat the Rams. Pretty damn good. You know, it looked like the opposite of this game. You just flipped the score. That was practically the Rams game. He almost had the Lions game sold. Yes, he went 200 for 7 yards, but it doesn't help when you don't hit half your targets, 16 for 22. His best game was versus the Rams, which is basically a retirement team for old players to go wash up on. I give it 1 to 2 years before Arizona decides to pull the plug on Kyler. Kyler has not shown me anything. He's shown me he could just beat on old teams, and that's not a great thing. That's not something I would want in a young quarterback. To close this video, let me just say, Kyler Murray, if I wanted a guy who's going to run for 5 yards, I would take you. If I want a guy who's going to throw for a 5-yard checkdown, I would take you. If I wanted a guy who was going to make the world's easiest play, yes, I would probably take you. but I would also take a lot of other quarterbacks. But if I wanted a guy who's going to close out the game, if I wanted a guy who's going to lead my team into the playoffs and possibly take my team to a Super Bowl, you're not the guy. That is all I need to say. Thank you all so much for watching. That will do it for another random recap, and I will see you all in the next one.